What's going on YouTube? Dave back again, and today, guess what? We're taking a look at the perfect grade Exia frame and the lighting system. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's going on everybody? I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Today we're going to be taking a look, like I said, at the lighting system for the perfect grade Exia. Right now we have it off. I don't have it on the base. I have the battery pack sitting down here on the turntable. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick overlook on the lighting system itself. And I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised. So this is what it looks like, completely turned off. All right, so first and foremost, what we're going to do is we're going to kick it on to the first cycle. So we're just going to punch the button back here. Now, one thing to keep in mind, in person, it does not flicker like this. That's just the camera picking up the pulsation of the LEDs. There's not much I can do about that. With that out of the way, as you can see on the first cycle here, we have the head crest, we have the chest and the eyes lighting up. All right, and as you can see, we have the GN drive lighting up. We have the back of the head, the camera unit back here that lights up along with the side of the head here. Now with the lights turned down, the only parts that aren't pulsating are the GN drive, and what's funny is in person that does pulsate. Taking a look at the startup, you can see how it kind of cycles through and it does a startup sequence where it pulsates faster and faster, and then it goes on to steady. Now taking a look and kicking it on to a cycle number 2. You can see that the frame lights up. You have lighting down here on both sides of the ankles and then or shins, if you want to call them that. Also on the front, you have lighting here on the front here, up through the chest part, the arms. You have some lighting down in here, along with the shoulder pieces and the blue lighting up across the top of the head. We're just going to put this in rotation. You can see you also have lighting here on the sides of the legs, on the knees, the elbows, down here in the rest section, back sides of the arms, all the way through the whole torso section. You even get lighting on the inside of the thighs here. You get lighting up here in the shoulders, like I said, across the top of the head, here in the front of the shoulders, here in the sides. You pretty much get lighting all the way around. Taking a look at cycle number 3. Now on this, it's going to pulsate in and out of that blue and into the pink, but it doesn't quite go all the way into the pink. You have some sections that actually stay pretty much blue, like down here in the legs, the knees, the elbows, the head parts, all of those stay green. Now on to the next cycle, and this is going to transform into a Trans Am mode. Now this is coming out pinkish, but in person it's more leaning more toward the reddish part. You do have some down here. It is faint because the way the lighting is set up. The light is actually up here in the kneecap, and then it pushes down into the ankle areas, so it's not as bright. And as you rotate, the chest part actually turns more of a clear, along with the sides of the head. The GN drive turns into a white, almost pinkish color. You have all of these sections in here which are actually turning into the pinkish. Also in your elbows. I think ultimately they did a great job in setting this up. I actually like the lighting system on this better than I do the Unicorn. And I like how they have the separation where you still have areas that are going to be your green. They're going to stay green, and your other areas that are blue are actually turning into the pinkish red. Now taking a look, the sections that are not pulsating, that's just because they're on steady. And you have this one, which is actually in a almost yellowish in person, but it's white. The head crest and stuff, that stuff stays green. Moving on to the cycle down, you can see you get that flash of red, and then the chest piece and head lights up. And then after a while, the rest of the system kicks back on itself. Now putting it into standby mode, and that technically turns it off, but if you let it sit for a couple minutes, the GN drive doesn't, but only the head pieces like the head crest and the eyes and the back camera, those will actually pulse like twice after about 2 minutes. And I'm not sure if that's just for demonstration purposes or if it's for reminding you that, hey, you dummy, you left this on, remember to turn it off to save your battery. I am going to be converting this over to run off of a USB, so that should be pretty simple. And there you go. There's the cycle on that. Ultimately, I think if you can afford the extra money, go ahead and get the lighting system. And I have not heard whether another company is going to be producing the lighting system, though I hope it does for those that haven't, weren't able to afford the lighting kit and got just the plain kit, which I think just as is pretty freaking awesome. But once you add the lighting, that just adds another effect and makes it really freaking awesome. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure and slap a like on it. Now that I'm back from vacation, I'm going to be posting up the rest of the build on this. I think next up we're going to do the base and then start adding armor pieces on section by section. And as usual, I will be posting it up for your viewing entertainment. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me, and as usual YouTube, I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out YouTube.